what's up, you guys? This is Rob from A Gay Guy Play. Why am I looking at the mic? I'm just staring at the mic the whole time. Anyway, hey, what's up, you guys? This is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we're gonna take a quick break from the Revisiting series, mainly because the last episode of Revisiting kind of brought about some very interesting questions. Actually, let's go ahead and show you what we're working with today. So I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of Kuba farming in the background with a potential cheese master, Loki, but we'll talk about that a little bit more as I go and do a little bit of playing through. So yesterday's discussion, if you guys haven't already caught it, I'll leave a little card up in the screen for you guys to click on, because I definitely want you to watch the Mirage video, see how your feelings are about it if you haven't already watched it, and even take a look at some of the comments, because them comments, they got heated. Shit. I mean, I usually am not, I try to keep, how do I say this? I try to keep an open dialogue and try to keep it fairly peaceful. Now, it is my own fault because, you know, I did ask a fairly hot button question that was, I guess I would say, you know, partially adversarial. I asked you guys how you felt about Cyanoid Simular Mirage, and I knew that there was a lot of kind of hate that was going on in the community, so I get it. But be nice in the comments today. I want there to be a little bit of a peaceful discussion, and I also want you guys to give me a little bit of time to kind of talk about the subject in its entirety before you start going off, because I see y'all. I get alerts on my phone. I have all of the comment alert thingies on my phone. I'm paying attention to when people start writing paragraphs and paragraphs of information before I've even fucking covered the subject. But now let's move on to the subject so you guys can start writing, because I know y'all are going to be I know that you guys are going to be doing it already as we speak. So really, what I wanted to ask today and what I wanted to talk about today was the topic of cheese. Now, this is something that we've heard a lot in our community, that we've talked a lot about in our community, is cheese. What is cheese? What frames do you feel are cheesy? What moves do you think are cheesy? Now, the big thing that came out of yesterday is everybody was like, Mirage is so cheesy. And I wanted to know what you guys, are there any other frames that you guys feel are cheesy, and what makes those frames cheesy? Because, you know, we talked about Mirage and Ember. Ember actually popped up a lot in the comments as well yesterday for being cheesy, just because of the fact that they killed everything so quick, and that they were, you know, highly efficient at doing what they were. Ooh, I hate you. Oh, wait, I got this. That they were really, really good at what they did. Maybe they're a bit too good at what they did. I disagree highly. But, you know, a lot of people say that that is cheesy. They just don't, they're for lazy people. That's what I saw a lot of, which I also disagree with, but we'll talk more about that as we, why can't I shoot? Did you, okay, no, I'm just silent. I'm just incredibly silent. But yeah, a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, they're way too cheesy. There's not enough, they get too much reward for the little amount of effort that they put in. Now there's a lot to talk about that subject right there, but let's get to start with the cheese frames, because a lot of people would say that Loki is a cheese frame. A lot of people say that, you know, Radial Disarm is cheesy, and that his invincibility makes him near invulnerable. Wow, lag spike. Boo, the connection is shit right now. But yeah, so a lot of people would say that Loki's invisibility and ability to change the battlefield is cheesy. There's some, and in that case, I would almost say, okay, so if invulnerability or nigh invincibility would you know, be a sign of cheesiness, then wouldn't that also make Chroma cheesy? Because, you know, with the right loadout, with the right arcanes, he is nigh indestructible as well. He is pretty fucking potent. I mean, the only thing that really takes him down is like a nullifier if, you know, his buffs go down, but that's the same thing as Loki with his invisibility. If his invisibility goes down, he dies as well. So in that case, because of the fact that, you know, Chroma with the right arcanes and the right build can be nearly invincible, the same thing could be said about Mesa, right? Like, in fact, I have a Mesa build that makes her pretty damn pretty damn invincible, but also fuels her peacemaker. So not only is she near invincible, if not invincible, she's also having one of the best offensive, well, let's not say the best offensive abilities, but a really damn good offensive ability fueled by that invincibility, kind of like Chroma's offensiveness is that. So in that same vein, then wouldn't we consider Wukong's Defy it's straight up invincibility. That's what that shit is. It is straight up invincibility. So wouldn't he be considered cheesy too? And if that were the case, then Valkyr should be cheesy, Trinity should be cheesy, just because of the fact that they can't really die. So now that's one kind of cheesiness. There's also the kind of cheesiness that some players feel that control frames are way too strong, and that because of they trivialize, as people like to say, missions. So if that's the case, then, you know, wouldn't Nyx also be cheesy? Wouldn't Equinox be cheesy? I mean, not only can Equinox, like, sleep the entire battlefield, she can also deal scaling damage, so isn't that technically cheesy as well? How about Nidus? Nidus deals an insane amount of damage that scales, and they can clear a gigantic chunk of the room on their own with one ability spammed over and over again, or if they've got like a million gazillion stacks, just spammed once. That makes them a crazy, crazy killing machine. Doesn't that make them cheesy too? So my question is, what makes a frame cheesy? Who decides that it's cheesy? Because let's be real with you. Every single one of us has our own kind of definition of what cheesy is, right? Like, different people, like, I highly disagree when, you know, I say that I think that Loki is totally fine, totally balanced. There's gonna be a group of people that say, nah, Loki is super hyper ultra cheese, and there's gonna be another group that says, you know, frames like Ember and Cyanoid Simulor are totally cheese. So what do you base your cheese off of? Now, one of our regular commenters actually said, well, it's very little effort for a lot of reward. Like, they don't really have to do too much to be rewarded more for it. But then, if that's the case, wouldn't Necros also be cheesy? I mean, true, you're killing at the same rate, but you're getting double the reward. So that's less effort for more reward, right? So exactly what is cheese? And my question to kind of go along with that is, what gives anyone the right to impose their definition of cheese on anyone else? Like, that's the big thing that I always think in my head. I'm like, all right, well, you know, if there's a type of player that I don't like let's say, you know, Cyanoid Simulor Mirage, just to stay in topic. If I don't like Cyanoid Simulor Mirages, I can just leave. Some people, however, are like, no, they should leave. They shouldn't even be playing that Warframe. Oh, it's cheesy. And, you know, certain communities kind of make their own rules. Like, some guy had said, well, if anybody on my friends list, if I run into anybody that uses Cyanoid Simulor Mirage, I just ban them. Like, I will never group with them ever again. So you kind of create this community of people who are just like, okay, well, that does not belong in my community. And there's even, and not to stir the pot or say that anybody's wrong for their own opinions, but I believe in one of the, you know, big record-breaking streams, they refused to use covert lethality because they decided that was cheesy. So each, you know, everybody's kind of got their own different definition of cheese, you know? Some people say, oh, Tonkor is cheesy, you know? And it's kind of like, for me, I'm like, well, there's so many different definitions of cheese that it's kind of like, whose definition is right? You know, whose definition do you go by? Should you even go by anybody else's definition? Is it right for somebody else to impose their definition of cheese on you? So one of the questions that I wanted to ask is, with all of this cheese shaming, I'll cause it cheese shaming, would you be willing to let somebody else impose their rules of cheese on you if you could impose your rules of cheese on them? right? Because here's the thing that we remember. There's a lot of people out there that are ready, willing, and able to attack other people and say, well, I don't like the way that you play. Shame on you for playing this character and weapon combination that I don't like. I believe it's cheesy. And, you know, they go out of their way to shame those people and say, oh, you know, you're terrible, you're a cheesy person, you use cheesy tactics, you're lazy, yada yada yada, and so on and so forth, right? What if the tables were turned? Because so often we look at ourselves as the good guys. That's our natural go-to, is that we are good, that we are in the right. But what if somebody else viewed us as the villain? What if somebody else could impose their cheese laws? What if somebody else was your cheese king or queen, you know, or beautiful in between, whatever you want to go by, non-binary cheese person? Would that be okay if you could impose your cheese laws on them? And if that were the case, let's be real. How many frames out there would still be usable if everybody imposed everybody's cheese laws on everybody else, right? Like, what do people think is fair? And that's the, you know, ever-changing question, because to be honest with you, you know, a month ago is probably, no, not a month ago. It wasn't that soon. Where is this loser? I hate. These are the peoples that I hate. Like, nullifiers, no fucking big deal. I'm not worried. It's you, isn't it? It's you piece of shit. No. Oh, no, it's just energy. Whoops. I was blaming the wrong person. Oh, and I got my ass knocked out. Sorry. Ignore me. But she just called me an ugly child. What a bitch. Hold on. Now I gotta find that stupid. I'm gonna figure out what all is. Okay, that's a Bursa. That's a Kuva lady. Kill this Bursa real quick. Sorry. We've been derailed by the mission. I'm sorry. But it happens. I can't have a failure. Not on screen. But yeah, because that's the thing that I think that we always forget. We love to paint ourselves like it's just our human nature. We like to paint ourselves as the good guys. But what if we were the ones breaking the cheese laws? How would it be on the other end of the spectrum to have, you know, to be told that your favorite frame... I nearly suicided. Oh, that was intense. To, you know, have somebody else impose their cheese shaming on you. They're like, nah, what you're doing, you're the cheese... Listen, bitch. We've derailed. Where is even this thing coming from? Do I even have any juice? I don't have any juice. Wait, I'm not even the right creature person. Where is this thing coming from? Is it coming from... There you go. Alright, we're back in action. So that's kind of like how I always picture it. It's kind of like, that's why even though there are certain frames that I get annoyed of, that, you know, I roll my eyes about, I'm like, oh god, this again. I always have to remember that other people probably don't like, you know, when I run certain frames. You know, they probably aren't super fond. Please don't know this. It's stupid. Oh my god. I hate falling through the world. But anyway, let's just pretend that this isn't happening. Let's just pretend that this isn't happening and just continue on. And I think the last thing that I want to point out, because this is something that somebody else had also said in there, is that they don't like it, but it's really not that big a deal. Is the cheese stuff? Are we just over dramatizing the cheese stuff? Oh my god, pop-ups. No, go away. Anti. What is it called? Antivirus. The question is, like, is it really that big a deal though? Because I saw a lot of people in the comments are like, yeah, I don't love it, but I'll put up with it. It's not as big a deal as everybody makes it out to be. So is that the case in this case? Is cheese really not as bad as the comments or as, you know, certain Warframe communities make it out to be? Is it really Oh, I see you. I see you, boo. You're oh, mother. Oh my god. Just let me do this. Just let me do. My fucking. What is it? What is it? What is it? Just what are you? Are you the one? Are you? Do I need to stop you? Oh my god. I hate this. I hate this so much right now. I see the Kuva. The things tether the Kuva. Oh my god. Oh, what a bitch. What a bitch hole. Hold on, I'm gonna need to go up here. I'm gonna need to unleash the what even is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, unstuck. Get me out. I have not been unstuck. I have not been unstuck. Oh my god, hold on. Get me out. What even is this? Oh my god. Okay. Whoo! All of you are bitches. That's what's going on right now. Where's my kitty? No, so I think the final point that I want to make is, yeah, is it a big deal? Are people just being dramatic? Is this really not as big an issue as it's being painted to be? You know, are people just saying, oh, it's cheesy and they're getting all riled up, but they're just doing it to be dramatic? Or is there a real issue with cheese? Or is it the issue with the people who are going crazy with the cheese? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm 100% honest with you. I have been on public for a good part of the day, and well, not a good part of the day. For as long as I've been playing Warframe today, I've been playing nothing but public. I have not seen a single Cyanoid Simulator Mirage. Now, I understand I'm on PC, and it's probably a little bit of a different story when it comes to the consoles, but legitimately, I haven't seen a single Cyanoid Simulator Mirage at all today. I'll be honest, I haven't even seen a Mirage today. The only, I hate all of this. I hate wrecked places. Boo. The only Simulor anything that I've actually seen today is a Simulor Ash. That's it. That is all I've seen in the ways of Simulordom. So I don't really know if it's being blown out of proportion by some people who are just, you know, who get really amped up. They're like, oh my god, I hate this so much, and you know, they feel the need to hyperbolize the situation more than it actually is. Because let's be real, that's a big thing that happens in the community. You see it maybe twice out of 50 missions that you've seen that day, and all of a sudden, I seen it everywhere today. So I'm just trying to take, you know, a realistic look at things and just kind of be like, really, is it really something that happens a lot? Because I've done my sorties. I've done 2 sets of sorties, in fact. I've done 2 sets of sorties. I've done a shit ton of Kuva. This is kind of like my daily MO. Done Kuva floods. You know, everything is different. There's a ton of different factions, you know, that I face against. I've played Exterminate. I've played Defense. I've played a bunch of things, and maybe it's just the roll of the dice. Because I legitimately, you know, I just haven't run into any Cyanoid Simulator Mirages. Like I said, the only thing that I have run into is a Cyanoid Simulator Ash. And I don't feel half bad now because the person that I'm on the team with has actually said that they have gotten lost. So I don't feel so terrible about my bad maneuvering. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below after everything. Like, what is cheese to you? What makes it cheesy to you? Do you feel it's right to cheese shame other people? Would you let somebody else impose their cheese rules on you if you could impose your cheese rules on them? You know what I mean? You know, an eye for an eye, everything's fair. Who is the cheese king, queen, or beautiful in between? And lastly, is it really as big a deal as everybody seems to make it out to be? Because, I mean, legitimately, like I said in my previous video, you can just hit abort if you don't want to, like, mess with that player. Now, some people say, well, I hit abort and then I'm in another group with the exact same people, or with another Cyanoid Simular Mirage. I don't 100% know if I believe it. I mean, get me the footage, because I've been playing all day long, like, you know, all different types of the day, and I just don't, it doesn't click to me. But regardless, definitely sound off in the comments. Be nice though, because remember, do unto others as you would have them do to you. You know, if you want to be a, wrong button, if you want to be a cheese king or queen, you know, you gotta show niceness to the other cheese kings and queens, because, you know, if you get to be cheese royalty, other people get to be cheese royalty right on back to you. Yeah, so let me know, is it as big a deal as everybody makes it out to be, or are some people just being over dramatic and they're getting their emotions riled up and they're like, this is something that I hate? But yeah, regardless, let me know, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I will see you guys soon, alright? Bye-bye! Oh, with something a little bit less dramatic than this, because I've got some things worked out in my head. I'm just gonna shut up now. Bye!